Located in the Incan Empire is the Sun Temple of Cuzco, also known as the Coricancha. It's South America's most famous ruin and one of the 7 wonders of the world.
It was built in the 1400s and abandoned after they were invaded by Spain.
The temple itself was dedicated to the god Inti, who was the Incan god of the sun. He was one of, if not the most important god in the Inca religion, due to the fact that he's the god of the sun. This is because the sun is seen as necessary for its warmth and sunlight for crops to grow.
He was also believed to be the ancestors of the Incas.
The location of the Sun Temple itself, as well as Machu Picchu, were built based on their celestial synchronicities. This was due to the fact that the Inca were astronomers. They built such sacred locations based on celestial occurrences that would take place that were considered meaningful but seemed to have no cause. An example of this is a trapezoid window positioned along a curved wall to capture sunlight during the winter solstice on June 21st.
The temple was also the highest place in Machu Picchu, as they wanted to be as close to the sky as possible, especially when it comes to places where they would hold ceremonial and sacred events.
The 2 windows included in the temple allowed the sun to shine directly onto the temple's altar during solstices. The alignment built between the sun, windows, and the altar was also used as a sundial, which would help determine how they should live. Things such as when to plant or harvest crops, and when to host other events depended on the sundial. Priests would also use the altar to carry out rituals and sacrifices, as well as other ceremonial events. They also decorated the door with jewels and gold ornamentation to reflect the sunlight.
During these ceremonies, priests would drink a ceremonial beer called the chicha, which was made from maize.
The temple was built in the Pachacutec style, which was named after the king who built Machu Picchu. They would cut out large bricks from stone and use them to build the temples such as this one. They were very picky about it too, never using any stone with any cracks or imperfections. Only high priests and rulers were allowed in the temple, which also means that they were only ones that could properly connect with the sun god. Because of this, the Incan people were somewhat forced to accept and or believe that the rulers' choices were truly Intis, as they were the only ones who had access to the Coricancha.
Because of this, they had more faith in their rulers, as they were the ones who were able to know what their gods wanted them to do.
This indirect religious connection strengthened the Inca as a whole, as it allowed them to trust and agree with their rulers more. Underneath the Temple of the Sun is actually a naturally formed cave. Initially, people thought it might have had the remains of Inca Pachacutec, but there are also other theories that the cave was used to do ceremonies for the Incan god of Mother Earth, Pachamama. Overall, the Sun Temple and Machu Picchu as a whole serve importance to the Incan religion and the way they lived their lives.